Police wanna stop me, search my clothes. Tell them I'll waste my time. If it ain't money, I ain't involved. Tell them I'll waste my time. Waste my nothing down the phone. Tell them I'll waste my time.
Richmond and Francis Dixon from the Coeur d'Alene tribe here in Orleans. Give a warm welcome applause, guys. And without further ado, I would like to introduce Josh Richmond and Francis Davidson. These two individuals are the ones who are kind of the face of the tribe. The tribe is allowing us to put on this event here on their land. If it wasn't for the tribe, they would have been able to not be here. So we can have a big round of applause for the Davidson.
Yeah, I just wanted to really quick just thank you guys from the tribe for coming here and supporting our show. This is going to help our boxing gym just right across the way do tremendous things, get more equipment for our youth. That's what we're here for. That's a big part of it. So if you see me walking around with a bin and some tickets, come buy some 50-50 raffle tickets from me, and let's have a good night of fights. Let's go.
Thank everyone. Just like I said, what we're building over here is something for the next generation, for the kids, keep them off the streets. So this is what we're doing. We want to show our pride for what we're doing. We got a lot of support, so I thank everyone that's coming in. Remember what we're pro sportsmanship when you guys are in here, please, because this is a big thing. We want to go bigger. We want to get to a bigger place. So that's our next step. So thank you, everyone. Appreciate it.
Thank you again, everybody, for coming out. Enjoy the fights. And without further ado, I'm turn it over for announcing.
Well, so, ladies and gentlemen, please stand and rise for the singing of our national anthem at this time. Crystal Marie Aragon. Flags in your heart will hurt.
What's so proudly we at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous night, o'er the ramparts we watch, were so gallantly streaming. Bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are live right now on pay-per-view at PGFlex.com for the Lighthouse here in Willoughby, Idaho for TFL 1 Reddinghouse versus Jones. Tonight's event is brought to you in part by DL Training Center, Northwest Elite and Greenstone. These bouts are sanctioned by the Coeur d'Alene Tribal Council, overseen tonight by Randy Silva. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, please welcome as he makes his way into the TFL cage, Waylon Gentry.
Right.
And now the one making his way to the TFL cage, Jimmy O'Neill.
Under the arm, you guys want to do under the arm, the pros, fucking
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 rounds in the TFL featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This Muay Thai kickboxer weighs 5'11", weighing 145 pounds. With an amateur record, 1 win, 2 defeats. Representing Portland, Maine, Triple Threat Boxing, fighting out of Rory, Idaho, Breland, Big Horns, Jiu-Jitsu. Fighting out of the red corner. With a mixed martial artist at 6'2", weighing 154 pounds. As an amateur, he is 0-1, training independently, fighting out of Spokane, Washington, Joey O'Neill. The referee's on the action by Mark Coates.
Fighter, center. Fighter, center. All right, guys, touch him up. Let's head back to your course, have some fun. Fighter, you ready? Fighter, you ready? No cobwebs? Just check it. Just face this way, look at your crowds. Oh yeah, you're fine. Sorry, you're good. There's a clip. Blue corner.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Coates calls the stop to this fight in only 12 seconds. We ready for his round. The great winner on TKO.
Sorry, he kicked him in the face so fast and he like stumbled up and then he just all he did is cover up and like 12 shots after and I was like, yeah, I'm stepping in.
I did it for work than they did. I'm sitting over there.
Yeah, I'm sprinting around this cage right now.
You didn't want to be there from 7.
Yeah, I mean, I do that. As soon as he got kicked in the face, there's like 12 unanswered shots after that with him just going like this. I'm like, I think I should step in. I didn't want to, but I was like, I think I kind of have to. Yeah. I wanted to give more. I
The wrestler and boxing style fighter, 5'7", weighing 146 pounds. Tonight he's making his amateur debut, representing Underdog Martial Arts, fighting out of Lewiston, Idaho, Jamison, This is one wrestling team standing out of the corners of mixed martial arts and 6 foot tall. Weighing 150 pounds, he is also making his amateur debut tonight. Representing tribal boxing and MMA, fighting out of Cool. Seconds in the very first round, the clear winner by a technical submission and a guillotine choke. moving rapidly now to our third fight of the night. Now making his way to TFL cage, Dylan Taylor. Due to an equipment violation, he's going to be skipped for the next bout. So let's go ahead and go to our fourth bout now, making his way to the TFL cage. Nolan Call. In the middle, making his way to TFL cage, Ethan Wilson. This time is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the TFL Bantamweight division. Introducing first fighting out of the blue corner. This wrestler stands 5'10", weighing 134.7 pounds. Tonight he's making his amateur debut, representing Underdog Martial Arts, fighting out of Lewiston, Idaho, Maryland, the Engineer. His opponent across the cage fighting out of the red corner. The boxer standing 5'7", weighing 135 pounds. His amateur records, 1 win, 0 defeats, 10 win, 20 by way of knockout. Representing Atlas Boxing and Fitness, fighting out of Polk Falls, Idaho.
Are you ready?
Intermission fixed up. Once again, making his way to the TFL cage, Dylan Kerner. He's a man making his way to the TFL cage, Kagan Matson. Ladies and gentlemen, this line is scheduled for 3 grand rounds in the TFL Bantamweight division. Introducing first fighting out of the blue corner. This match kickoff with a 6'2", weighing 135 pounds light. He is making his amateur debut. Representing Jiu-Jitsu, fighting out of Spokane, Washington, Dylan Killer Taylor. His opponent fighting out of the red corner to make martial artist in 6'5", weighing 135 pounds. With an 11-2 amateur record, representing Warrior Camp, fighting out of Spokane, Washington, Kagan Matson.
But he might get caught in a triangle or an armbar here. He's got to be careful. Yeah, there's his opponent throwing his legs up for that armbar.
Nice posture by Dylan, was able to pass those legs. And now he's got to sprawl if he doesn't want to get his legs taken.
Mouthpiece is out again.
He's really got to practice biting down on that.
Yeah, that's actually something you can be called for a foul. If you spit your mouthpiece out multiple times, yeah, you can actually get foul called on you for that.
Yep,
as,
like he just
as
said.
referee Randy Silva says to him, spit it out again and I'll take a point. That's actually a foul offense. stops the action of the fight.
That's like kind of why it's like it's a good thing to be just training with it all the time, so you get used to it. You're used to breathing. And seems like it's a breathing issue for him. That's why they're spitting it out.
Yeah, it doesn't appear to be fitted either. That's
yeah, it's not. It's pretty big. He's having a hard time keeping it in his mouth. Nice grounded hammer fist by Caden.
referee Randy Silva has seen enough.
This is a pretty gnarly hammer fist from mount position. But his opponent, like, you know, I feel like he kind of got distracted with that whole mouthpiece situation right at the end. I could be wrong. But he had to really focus on it. It looked like he wanted to spit it out again, but then was like, oh, I can't do that because I'm going to get a point taken away, but couldn't focus on what was going on at the time. And I really like to see those longer, lankier guys really use their length, you know, because these guys totally have the advantage when you're a longer, lankier opponent. It makes the shorter, smaller guy have to work 10 times harder. So if these guys can try to utilize that, they'll have the upper hand in these matches.
Like tribal boxing's going 2-1 so far on the night.
Yeah. They came and brought it. They were ready and getting ready for these fights. So there's no pushovers coming out of that gym. And there you have it. Caden advances, gets another win, and looks sharp. He looks composed and like he's been in there several times before. Fight card's going super fast. It's already like 4 of our fights so far tonight. And so we're gonna take a quick break and we'll be back for some more fights for you. Some of the more experienced dudes will come right after, and we'll be back.
celebration. Stunting, I want me to my graduation. Fuck the world. I think it's ovulation. If you ain't getting money, what's your occupation? Check my DNA, the AK, what's the boy? Like this, getting rich, hammer. And y'all feel the boy, like this? How much? It's the fire face that way? It's the life I shot. you need. Short what you want, I got what you need.
Raffle. Make sure you guys take part in that. Someone's going home a lucky winner tonight in that 50-50 raffle. Also, we'd like to thank some of the sponsors that make tonight's event possible. Northwest Elite, Tonight Ringside Mills, Northwest Elite Country Spa and Endurance Center. Spearheaded by Vision Morgan Peak. Northwest Elite Coaches, Kickoff, North Peak, and Premier Endurance Training. Recharge your body, build the side of your core, and enhance your performance. Proudly supporting the final 3 fights, the Warrior King Fighters. Adding an exhilarating final bonus of $500 each. Let's make some noise for Northwest Elite Team. Also, I want to thank Dennis Lee and Dennis Lee. They paid money to support our fighters tonight. You would be here, but our military has a strict schedule for Dennis, and Dennis can't be here tonight. Thank you guys very much for what you do. Charlie's Gold. Charlie's Hammer, Charlie's Gold here in Spokane, or outside of here in Spokane. Thank you for the opportunity to sponsor and host this event. His contributions to MMA and sports in general, and never focus on exposure to the athletes themselves. And of course, the growth is exciting in the sport. He's ran through his for the $500 package. Simple mentioning will be appreciated. Also, thank you to Feel Good Tattoo and Piercing for the long-term sponsor who's been with us every show since day one. When you go for your tattoos and piercing, make sure you guys go to Feel Good Tattoo and Piercing. Thank you guys. Last but certainly not least, please know enriching the lives of rich living lasting value. The commission does mention every company they have mixed supports of wrestling and MMA. Thank you, Greenstone. Along with Team Belt Training Center and strength and conditioning for all your fighters here tonight. Thank you very much, Belt Training Center. We'll be back on the way in just one moment. Worthy, Idaho, you guys having a good time so far tonight? Awesome, well, we're back underway with our fifth bout of the night now, making his way to the TFL cage, Bilal Borvovin.
All right, we're back, and we're gonna have a flyweight fight going on right now. So, Bilal, I think I messed up his name the last time I saw him fighting on our card, but this dude's ready to scrap. He's super exciting. Seen him fight a few other times. Deontay, his opponent, who will come out after him, his came up. I can't remember if he won his last fight or not, but both of them were super exciting the last time I watched them, so I'm excited to see what they do now. I'm not sure if he's having some difficulties or why he's not coming into the cage right now, but they're trying to figure it out.
I don't think he speaks super good English, maybe.
Oh, okay.
I don't know though. Where is he from? Dagestan or Kyrgyzstan?
I'm not
or
sure,
one of the stands?
actually. I wonder if he's from that one place that was super good fighter, Shamkov or whatever. That's what he looks like. He's from Siberia or something.
Yeah, all those stand countries have tough people. Kyrgyzstan. I knew it was a stand.
Something stand.
Yeah, the stand people are tough.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this guy, it looks super calm and stuff, but he looks like he's about that life. Deontay, being super athletic athlete that he is not shy of a tough fight either. So this is gonna be really exciting.
Marky Mark Cokes, our official for this one.
Yeah, both fighters showing each other respect. Tough glove.
Wings the right hand out of the gate.
Big ol'. Oh, both duels kicking simultaneously, just feeling each other out, but. Bilal is standing southpaw, his first southpaw stance I've seen in the night.
Bilal's pretty heavy-handed.
Yeah. Super quick. He's got some
Staying long, too.
some snap on the end of those punches. And I like how he kind of just throws that inside leg kick, not to actually land, but to set something up, to hide something else. So Deontay's got to be careful of those sneaky kicks that he likes to set up. He has that huge left. For him, that's a power, but Deontay ate that punch, but seems to be all right so far.
Khalil's doing a great job stepping on the outside of Deontay's foot and throwing that left hand. And if you can get on the outside of an orthodox fighter's foot, that straight left hand is a crazy good power punch. And he's doing a great job of closing the distance with that.
Yeah, he's packing heat with that, and he's setting it up perfectly. It's just a matter of timing it right.
As you can see, this fourth bout, or fifth bout, I should say, of the evening, these guys are a little more skilled than the starting bouts of the evening.
You can see the gradual experience from these fighters as the night goes on.
Neither one of them looking for a takedown in that exchange either.
No. Which just, with Bilal being just kind of a longer, just kind of like an unorthodox fighter, it's kind of hard to time and see some of those punches or kicks coming.
Right there, you can see he steps on the outside of that foot. When you're on the outside of that foot, that left hand's open all day. See, there it is again.
Yeah, he's a step ahead when he does that.
See, there, right there. He owns the power line at that point. There, again, that's when he stepped on his foot.
Man, but see, I'd like to see him kind of change it up and throw some different combinations, maybe a little bit more combinations, because now Deontay's starting to time that and see that. So he can come back to that, which is great, but he's throwing it now, enough times to where the fighter's going to catch on to that.
Just needs to follow it up, maybe throw a hook afterwards.
Great oblique kick by Deontay.
Yeah, that looks like it hurt. Usually when you get a reaction like that, it's because it actually did catch it.
Oh, yeah. The kid's tough, He's like, hey, you caught me, but I'm not even going to show I'm phased at all. That was a great first round.
Yeah, good first round out of both these guys.
Great first round. That was exciting.
Both guys looking composed in between rounds in their corner.
Deontay's getting a little bit of breath here, talking to his corner, taking those deep breaths. He's got to stay, composed and in this fight, because he's got a tough fight, and that his opponent is not going to get tired. I can't see it happening. That's the end of the first round. These guys are getting ready to go into round two. I don't see any slowdown. They're starting off with a really good pace, so he's going to have to try to keep that up if they want to have a step ahead.
I think Bilal just needs to add a couple punches to the end of his combo. He just needs to have 4 and 5 punch combos instead of that 1-2.
Right. outside leg kick. Deontay throwing that. Needs to follow up with something else. Nice time with the double leg, but didn't get it.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't change levels going with that. Finish that
Yeah.
takedown.
Yep, he's got to get in there more if he wants to be successful with that.
Looks like he's just more comfortable striking at this point.
Nice follow-up.
Leo looking for a shot way from the outside.
Yeah.
Zero setup.
That was from far away.
Easily defended.
He did kind of throw like a couple hooks, so he is starting to get diversified, but now he's getting pieced up a little bit, wants to change it up. Starting to go for takedowns a little bit more because he realizes he's got to do something else besides that big left.
Deontay just staying in the pocket and biting down.
He's tough. He's taken a lot of punches. He's a real fighter. So even though Belil's got those fire hands, he's not going to be showing that he's letting down anytime soon.
Well, Belil's in that southpaw stance. I'd like to see Deontay trying to catch to the outside of that lead leg. If he can stay on the outside of that foot, he's got a better chance of throwing his own right hand and not taking a bunch of power from that left hand.
He's been landing those body kicks too, which is great, but he's got a little unbalanced after that.
Able to work himself off the cage here.
Both these guys doing a lot of different stuff.
Needs to keep circling to his left here. So he's kind of marching straight in. He needs to circle to his left here to open up that right hand. That was from us.
That was a little wrong.
Here.
Yeah, yeah. It's that good outside leg kick by Raffle.
Ooh, caught him nice down the pipe with that jab.
It's a good little slip by Deontay. Seen that come in again.
Looks like Belil's pace is starting to slow a little bit here.
Yeah, I was wrong. He came out mean, and not that he's not still doing a good job, but he looks like he's fading a little bit.
Yeah, Belil's turning it up. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, there you go.
Mark Coates saves him as
He got
drops
dazed on
down.
that. Yeah, that looked like he's got knocked out a little bit because he didn't have his hands up right at the end. He had a lot of space there for combinations to come in.
He's fired up here at the finish.
You gotta be professional. You can't have this shit.
That was a great ending in the second round. By both those fighters are tough. Even though Belil didn't come out with the win, he's a super tough guy. So I'd be super excited to see him in the next show if he comes out again. But Deontay, he's been in some battles, and they haven't always gone his way. But he's a fighter, and so it's cool to see him get this win.
Yeah, in impressive fashion. He started to see his opponent fade, and he just turned it up.
Yeah. Man, I don't know if we've seen too many come out of was that the first one that came out of the first round?
I believe it was.
Yeah. Most of them ended super early, and it's like all of them have been ending by finishes, but it's kind of nice to see a little bit of their talent instead of it ending so quickly. So that was exciting to watch.
Looks like Deontay might be sponsored by the Yakuza. I'm not 100% positive. I can neither confirm nor deny.
Great to see respect shown by both fighters.
Absolutely. And at this point, I think I can confirm that is the Yakuza. He's sponsored by the Yakuza.
Yeah. next fight we got up is a lightweight fight. Super exciting. We got AJ De La Rosa versus Chester. I can't say the last name. I'm not even going to try. Lewandowski, I think. Oh man.
Lewandowski. Yeah, I think you had it. Lewandowski.
Lewandowski. Sorry, Pablo. Put it down here.
Chester's opponent is somebody I am pretty familiar with in AJ De La Rosa. AJ De La Rosa is a former Post Falls wrestler. I coached him in wrestling as an assistant coach to his dad, Abel De La Rosa. AJ is a 4-time state qualifier and a 3-time state champion for the state of Idaho.
Oh man, yeah, we got the wrestler on the scene now.
Yeah, we expect big things from this kid.
I see his brother all the time, Elias, and he was actually teaching wrestling class for the longest at Warrior Camp. But I haven't seen his brother, except I've seen him fight, but not really train a lot. So it'll be interesting to see what he's working on, as well as his opponent, because I don't know very much about his opponent either.
The thing that you can always count on from either one of the De La Rosa boys is going to be pressure and cardio.
Yeah, explosiveness, aggression, all of that. But here's Chester's opponent coming in, and he's fired. He's bringing the heat. He's looking like he's ready to go. He's ready to fight.
He's got a pretty sick back piece.
Yeah. Looked like he's been in a fight or two.
Carrying the D across his chest, representing Detroit.
Oh man, if he's from Detroit, he's a hardened guy. AJ let us know that he's been working a lot on his striking. He has does a couple of his practices a day. He does at least 2 a day. Working on striking in the morning, doing grappling at night. So that's kind of his routine that he's explained that he's done during this fight camp to get ready.
He's got his dad and his big brother in his corner.
Oh yeah, it's a family affair.
You'll see his brother coming up a little bit later on the pro card.
Has a full-time job, even does a little bit of coaching outside of wrestling. So he's got a full plate, and but that's the kind of thing that kind of, having that routine and, work ethic, it keeps you focused. And so even though he doesn't feel like going in to train every day, he's disciplined and he does it anyway, regardless.
Sporting the Team Real Life shorts, that's the wrestling team that he wrestled for a long time. They still are a club wrestling team. They are out of Real Life Ministries.
Oh, okay.
They have a stud program from there. Most notably, Ridge Lovett.
Faith-based, it sounds like.
Yes, ma'am. Who's currently wrestling in Nebraska.
Man, those guys are tough.
Chester looks ready. I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah. Did I hear that they're at 170?
I think that's what he said.
Yeah, wow. They don't look like lightweights. Both sides are ready. Started it out with an outside kick to a push kick. Coming from Chester.
His opponent looks like he's got clean.
Oh!
Sits him down with the right hand. This might be the end of it right here.
Oh my God, he wasn't expecting that.
The power that AJ possesses is ridiculous.
That's crazy.
All over the neck now.
Man, that's a good ref right there, but because he could see that even though it seemed like he wanted to stop it, or maybe normally would, he could tell that Chester can take this. He's been in a fight before, so he's not done yet.
Yeah, great job by the referee letting these guys continue to work here. Also, these are the amateurs that are close to ready to turn in pros.
Oh, yeah.
They should be allowed an opportunity to fight out of various situations.
Yeah, they're tough guys. You know, they can take some flurries. Chester trying to turn to face him. He's got to be careful reaching like that when he throws those hooks, because that's exactly he's inviting AJ in to come do that single leg.
AJ got him pressed up against the cage here. Looking like the game plan's now to take him to the ground.
Yeah. Nice lat drop by AJ. He's trying to see him pass that knee to get into side control.
Always claim half guard here from the bottom.
He's kind of got a headlock going on. He wants to get that underhook on the right side and try to get out the side, and if he wants to get off his back.
He's looking for wrist control on that opposite side. He's looking for
yeah.
a handcuff,
Yep.
and he lost it. He was looking for the Dagestani handcuff there on that opposite side.
Yeah, definitely needs to be going for something on that side if he's not going to be going for an underhook.
Chester doing the correct stuff here. He's holding him tight, not allowing him to posture up and create any opportunities, but also trying to reclaim his guard at the same
See,
time.
now he's trying to go for that underhook. There you go. He's out the side. All he has to do is just move. But AJ's probably feels heavy.
Yeah,
Easier
years,
said than done.
years and years in the wrestling room probably made that guy a tank on top.
Oh, yeah. And this is the type of fighting that makes you tired early. Trying to fight off your back and get a big, heavy wrestler off of you, that's not fun.
I'd like a little better coaching coming out of the corner. They're just yelling at their fighter to stand up, and they need to give him some sound technique to go to.
Yeah, you got to give some technical, not anything crazy, but some good basic information for him to comprehend.
Well, we're coming out of the first round, going into round two. Let's see what both these guys have going into the second round.
Yeah, he's got to really, if he's going to get that underhook on that right side, because his body's already out, if he wants to get out on that side, he's really got to shoot it and be explosive right there. It's not something that you can do kind of lackadaisically. You know, AJ's kind of breathing hard, but he's staying composed. He's been in situations like this before. You know, so taking their time, fighters giving them the information that they need to while trying to recover.
Both guys still looking pretty composed.
Yeah.
Now we hear the whistle of the seconds to leave. To start round two here. Now that Chester's felt the power from AJ and his top pressure, he might be a little bit different coming into this second round with how aggressive he wants to be.
Right. They felt each other out. Now they know. Side pick by Chester.
And I was wrong.
Ooh. Great combinations by Chester. It's smart of AJ to circle out of that.
He's close on that second knee. He's got to be careful.
Oh, man. He was trying to stuff that takedown, but he was able to get it anyway. He's such a strong wrestler.
Get your good spots.
Looking for an underhook here. He's got to reclaim his guard. It doesn't look like he's trying to get back up to his feet at all. It looks like he's content staying down here on the bottom, and I don't know that that's the best game plan. He needs to create space and just try to get back to his feet. AJ will stay here in half guard and just continue to punish him as long as the ref will allow him to.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, it's kind of smart to take your time, especially when you have a little bit of time on your hands, but these are amateur rounds, so you don't have that much time.
Well, he's grinding away to win slowly but surely here in this round.
Chester doesn't want to, you know, be taking much time just to relax on his back. He wants to really work and get up because he's losing time as well as he's losing this round being on the bottom.
He's got that under. He just needs to continue to build to his shoulders and to his knees. But again, easier said than done.
Oh yeah, he probably feels like a tank on side, but you know that's where he's struggling, and that's where he has to work on is these areas right here. It's very physical trying to get back up from being in that position. Not fun. AJ kind of securing that leg, trying to control him even more so he can get in a better position to strike. This is where he likes to wear people down, you know, just gas him out. And those little punches are not fun to take either. Those gas you out as well.
AJ staying super composed here on top, picking his shots.
Yeah, he's not going crazy. He's not
content to stay in half guard. Doesn't even appear to be trying to pass. The legs are open at this point.
Oh, yeah. Let's see, Chester did a good job kind of exploding right there, but he needs to do that way more and not be so comfortable on his back right here.
10 seconds left here. Looks like we're going to see a round number 3 for the first time tonight.
Yeah. Still exciting. Like, both these guys are showing a lot of experience in there. AJ showing his superior wrestling and just overall grappling.
I like the way Chester looks on his feet. He looks comfortable. He looks composed. And I was wrong. He came out in the second round just as fast and as furious as he did in the first round. So if his coaching staff knows what they're doing over there in the corner, they're going to tell him that he's got to put it all on the line here.
Yeah.
He's down 2 rounds to none.
Yeah, he's definitely got to get a finish. Yeah.
The guy's going to most likely come out and take you down, so you better try to land something before he does.
Yeah. And this cage is really hard to keep distance from, so if you haven't been working on your takedown defense, it's hard to space yourself out and move around in these small cages like this. You have to engage.
Seconds out for the start of the third round.
Last round. AJ, you know, they're both breathing hard, but AJ don't look too gassed out. He looks, you know, still relaxed.
Chester coming straight forward again.
That was a beautiful, beautiful single leg, inside single leg.
Chester's sprawling here, looking to fight the takedown for the first time tonight.
Every time I think it's going to get stuffed, he still keeps going in and is able to do it. So we'll see if he can get that again.
Corner giving good advice. Push the head down.
Yeah.
That or try to build him up.
And I don't see him doing that. He's trying to get the underhook on the far side.
Needs to work on breaking those hands apart.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful takedown by AJ. That high crotch.
And Chester has to go for broke here and just sell out to try to get back to his feet. Trying to reclaim a guard isn't what you want. He should sell out and try to get back to his feet here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, with his type of style, definitely a strong, tough fighter, but really, really hard.
I'm over here
you don't have
Def Jam.
equal or sharp grappling.
Yeah, and it's hard to match the pedigree that De La Rosa is going to bring to the table when it comes to wrestling.
Yeah, the only thing that trumps that is if you have great takedown defense or your grappling, your jiu-jitsu is just superior because it's really, really hard to deal with wrestlers, especially they thrive so well in amateur bouts.
Yeah. And we haven't actually seen AJ face a good jiu-jitsu player yet. He's actually won both of his fights by knockout, so he's yet to be tested against somebody who has at least comparable prowess on the ground, right?
Yeah. Someone who's super good at, like, you know, submissions off their back or something. Then he would have to really watch for those.
AJ content here to stay in half guard and just pound away. Doing just enough work to keep the ref from standing him up. So it looks like he's going to be able to secure a decision win if we keep on this path.
Yeah, he's doing great, you know, like, obviously, you know, everyone wants to finish, but he's being smart, not giving up his position.
Absolutely. And as you can see, it's not like he's just laying there. His opponent's continuously trying to escape.
Oh, yeah.
He's thwarting efforts of the escape, landing little strikes when he can. So from a rest perspective, he's not going to stand up to fight. There's attempts to regard and attempts to repass, and those small shots, accumulation of those together, it just puts you in a position where you got to let it continue.
Yeah.
Looks like we're going to see our first decision of the night.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure which way this one's going to go.
I think it's good for some of these to go to decision because they're not boring by any means. They're still exciting, and then the crowd actually gets to see the work and the skill of the fighters without it ending so fast that they feel like they don't know what they just saw.
Yeah, I thought it was a great fight. AJ just showed grappling dominance, but there were some good striking exchanges in the first round. AJ dropping him with that right hand.
And he also ate some as well and was able to recover. So you can just tell he's a tough fighter that can take punches as well. I feel like wrestlers don't always get credit usually because sometimes they can't always take punches, but he definitely can.
Did he get it out of place in the final round or earlier? That's gross.
Good. Go. Were you here this whole fight?
I was back there watching it.
Funny, that's the guy that knocked that old guy out last year.
Yeah.
He almost did the same fucking thing.
Oh, with that overhand? Yeah, I heard he was like kind of gun shy at first and he cracked him with a big old overhand.
There's a situation that happened over here in this corner.
All right, like you said, that was their first actual fight that went
they were
distance.
hitting on the arm, kind of in the neck area. And Brandon warned him, which is fine.
And then we have Taj McDonald next versus Marco Perez. Both fighters are...
Jay was mean him or the other way around? Okay.
And performance by both of those fighters.
What's there to knee him in the face.
Yeah, I'd probably pause and reset, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you would warn him, hey, no knee to the face. If he does
This next fight is at flyweight. Both these guys are super speedy, fast fighters that are super awesome to watch. I've watched both of them fight a lot. Marcos just saw him in the gym.
That makes sense. Okay, cool.
Getting ready, preparing, looked ready mentally and physically for his fight. So we'll see him come out here in a few minutes. And Taj, I haven't seen him fight since Proving Grounds a couple months ago. So we'll see what he's improved on and if there's any differences from last time he's fought.
That initial knockdown, I looked right into his eyes. Like, oh, he ain't out.
I'm excited to see some of these fights in the last half of the last little quarter of the fights because all of those fighters, it's like there's so much background on all of these fighters that, and it's crazy to see where they've came from because a lot of these.
Hey, Randy, do you know where the pro fighters are?
I've watched so many of their fights.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to
Neither
see
do
how
I.
much they've evolved since then.
Nobody's
Some
back
of them,
there.
like Jose, he hasn't fought since like Combate.
I mean, yeah, they're all hanging out
I'll be
together. I
interested
just
to
would like
see,
to know where.
you know,
I'd like to know
his fight.
Maybe like, hey,
and Owen being
I'm
super
repping the
active
fight.
all the time.
Do you have
so
any questions?
These last fights that are coming
Nothing.
up, I'm super excited to watch.
I've got a lot of
motherfuckers.
those 4 fights that are on that paper.
You're gonna stick in their fucking hand wraps in the toilet and making them fucking like super fucking stiff.
wrestling. I've trained with some of them for years and blood and sweat with them.
Yeah.
And I've actually fought one of them. So I've got some history just with those 4 fights alone.
Sebastian's
That's
here
how it
with
always is for me.
AKA his
I have
dad.
to be, when that first
training
fight,
him. They've been
I
really
asked when the
successful. All of their
commissioners
fighters
to go
have
out
been winning lately.
and watch
and,
to be able to just
I
be
feel
a
like
part
they're
of
not
the
getting
event
the
for a
exposure
second. I
that
just
they
wanted
really
to watch
deserve.
one fight, and he
but
had to hang out
like
with
Jordan
me
Curry's
while I did that. I
fought
was
a
like,
big
well,
name,
fine.
Anthony
I just want to be out
Hamilton,
there and have
just recently over on the coast, I believe. But they had a list of all of his fighters that they've all been winning lately. So it's cool to see their gym being in the up and coming.
Yeah, they've also got some pretty cool accolades jiu-jitsu-wise. Mark Stevens recently
Don't do it. Don't even pay her. Just chill back there and make
first
sure
in
that
the world
fucking
at brown belt in the IBJJF.
Yeah.
And that was his most recent tournament. He's done it, I believe, in his last 3 tournaments.
Yeah.
One of them at purple belt and 2 at brown belt.
I actually ran into him just right before the event started, and he said he's taking a break because he's been winning so much lately that he feels comfortable enough that he doesn't feel like he needs to do anything right at this moment.
That
So
sounds
he's
like
gonna take
something
the
a
year.
loser would say.
But you can take that up with him. That's what he told me. But I was like, you know what? He did win Worlds. He's a world champion, so I'm not the one to say that. But, you know.
Yeah, I was there with him. I helped corner him for his no-gi matches last year. And after he got done and won, I started playing "The Champ is Here" everywhere that we walked around through Vegas.
Yeah.
Catch, I went in order for
Yeah,
it.
they
I was like,
catch.
"Did you never know that it was for the world champion?" I had to give him a bunch of crap. I've known Mark for 20 years. He's a great human being.
Yeah. He seems like a good
One
guy.
that kind of watched both.
But I'm looking forward to
Watch
actually
the other
going
one.
down to Worlds this year. I wanted to go last year. And the last 2 years I wasn't able to go, so this year I'm hoping that I can make it down and experience it. And I finally got my IBJJF card figured out, which that was kind of a nightmare at first, but looking forward to
The
that.
racket that is IBJJF registration.
Yeah.
Are you planning on, like you said at the beginning of the broadcast, I've been doing a lot of work with ADCC over the last 18 months. I went to the World Championships this year in Vegas.
Yeah.
Are you planning on hitting any of the ADCC
I
tournaments
do
coming up?
want to. Yeah, I just want to be able to get in. I'm still kind of working my way in. And last week I went in and trained 3 times, and I actually felt good after the first 2 trainings. The third one of the week felt better, but I'm still, after giving birth and stuff, I'm still kind of healing. And I went back, my stubborn self. They tell you 6 to 8 weeks to you come back, but I went back after like 3 weeks, just not listening to my doctor as normal. And it went okay, but I can tell I'm like, oh man, I need to take it slower. But once I'm actually in shape where I feel like I'm getting in actual competition shape, I will sign up for an ADCC one.
Yeah, big
Those are fun.
congratulations. Yeah, they are a lot. ADCC's a blast.
Luckily,
Yeah, big congratulations to
That would be a
our
lovely watch
UFC
to
vet, Liz Phillips, on a recent addition
personal
to the
connection.
family.
Thank you.
Lucky.
Yes, ma'am.
I was like, so once I
I
get
love
these
this style
on, I'm
because
not allowed to go out there.
They're
I'm
like the only people
no,
that let you
but I can
slam.
follow
Yeah,
you out there. I'm like,
they-
can we go out there for just,
catch
just one
wrestling
round maybe?
type
He's
style.
like, yeah, I'll do
Which
that.
is my
She can get to a
favorite.
fight without fighting.
Yeah. So that's why it's my favorite. So I definitely, that Long Beach one that we did a year ago was awesome, but my only one that I've done so far. So.
Mark looking super calm and cerebral in his corner. Marco's looking ready to fight.
Oh yeah, he's ready. Staying active.
You can always count on Mexicans to be ready to fight.
Oh yeah.
It's just like something in their DNA.
Oh yeah. They come to fight, and their cardio. It's just like it's always like their cardio never ends.
I think it's the lack of
Wow,
their
that's
cardio is good, but I think it's just they just
It
don't
is.
understand how to use it. Marco's dropped with a stiff right hand. Pulls guard here.
Good recovery.
Might have been a smart decision for him if he was feeling
He might have been
wobbled.
woken up by the cage.
Got one butterfly guard in.
Easy.
Oh, yeah,
fast
easily.
massage here.
Yeah, Taj
I think that's the
being
only thing
heavy
that
on
kept him
top,
from not sleeping.
Not doing anything risky at first.
All
I
right,
wasn't
all
in a
right.
position to take that punch, but they're both.
Yeah, it didn't really look like it was a power shot that dropped him. It looked like it was off balance. when he
Yeah.
fell.
Ooh, nice left hook by Taj. Big body shots.
Marcos looks faster, but he wings his shot. Taj throws straight down the pipe, and that always is going to get there.
That casket
Yeah.
is nasty, though. I've seen that run a couple times.
Over committing a little bit too much on some of these, and wants to be a little bit more controlled.
Double under.
It looked like he was grabbing it, but then he was just touching it. Nice shots by Marcos. Ooh.
Damn, all right.
Big combination by Marcos. Nice outside leg kick. Kind of feeling it out, going a little slower. Oh, crazy push kick by Todd.
Marcos doing a good job controlling the cage.
Yeah. Oh. You know, Marcos is super aggressive, but Taj is relaxed and pushes forward as well. And is doing a good job getting on top position.
Looks like he's just a step ahead of Marcos technically.
Right.
Looks like Marcos has all the fight in the world, and it just looks like Taj is just a step ahead.
And it doesn't seem like
good
he's
half guard
exerting
recovery there.
as much energy either. So yeah.
10 seconds here. Looks like we are going to see the second round. I went to a seminar one time with Gordon Ryan and John Danaher, and a young kid asked Gordon did a Q&A after. The kid asked a question. He said, you know, how is it that you're able, what do you do that gets your cardio so
We're in a fight,
you're one of
boys.
the jiu-jitsu practitioners that's okay with doing unlimited time limit matches, et cetera, even in your time matches, you're just putting it on people, and they usually end up breaking cardio-wise. So what do you do to get prepared? You know, is it weightlifting? Is it running? So on and so forth. Gordon said, you know, I do my basic cardio stuff, like I'll lift at home and I'll do a little bit on the treadmill. But really all the time that everybody else spends doing their strength and conditioning training, I spend getting better at technical areas of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
So really what you're seeing is you're seeing me have so much lower of an output than my opponent in the same sequence that it appears that I have way better cardio, but they're just working way harder than I am in the same sequence of events. And so their mental wear bar and their cardio wear bar is dropping a lot faster than mine is. And what that appears is it appears as me having great cardio, but that's actually not the point. I'm just very technically sound. And that equates to them draining themselves a lot quicker.
Oh yeah, you're spot on with that. And that's what people have to overcompensate with strength and conditioning, is when their technique isn't up to par.
And it kind of appears that's the road that Taj is taking. Just very cerebral, very technical, taking his time.
Not making dumb mistakes either. You know, that fight IQ he's got pretty good for the level that he's at.
Dude, I was zooming all around in there. I was like, what the
Both
fuck? This
extending
sucks.
those lower leg kicks a lot, and Marcos looks like he's a little wobbling around a little bit from those leg kicks.
But then you have situations.
Jabs landing consistently.
Ooh.
This man.
I've been, and you're like,
Nice knee by Marcos. And Taj just gives it right back.
I think UFC cage is 35 feet.
Yeah, I've seen
It's like a fucking
Marcos able to fight it off and end up with double underhooks. If he can circle and get off the cage, and he does. He can pin his opponent against the cage.
He's got to watch those hands grabbing the cage.
Yeah, Yeah, Daniel spits all over it.
Marcos is good at sneaking in his little cheats.
Marco's trying to get that
He be snatching the cage every time he gets a
gets taken
chance.
down in this trip.
Taj with the heavy pressure on top. Looks like he's confident to stay in half guard as well, but he's not throwing any strikes or.
I landed an elbow on with the tip of my
Yeah.
in his ear canal, in his ear hole.
Doesn't want
I
to be
heard
in
him
this position,
like
but
I
he's
heard it
really
when I
gotta
landed. Yeah, it was
use his
exactly like
energy
that. I was
to try
like,
to get it out.
I had the opportunity to rear naked him, and then I gave it up immediately and just kept punching him.
Smart.
It was the first time Pablo cornered me. He's, what is he doing? And Joe's like, no, it's fine, don't
Down
worry.
belly to get the gain mount. Now he's at where he wants to be.
Separate the elbows from the body. The farther those elbows get away from the body, the weaker those elbows are. Try to jack him up over his head.
It's because he missed weight by 30 pounds. I fought at 185 for that fight.
Steps over
It
for
was,
his right.
it was supposed to be at 55.
Nice job. Going to be able to secure this to mount.
Man.
Was it?
And an arm trade.
Yeah,
Oh,
one
that's
touch,
not
just
the
one
place to
punch
be.
dead feet.
He's got to try to. He's got to move
10
and try to get out of
seconds
this.
here. He survived. He should attack the arm.
Daniel Spitz does
Let
a
him
good
fight,
job.
let him fight, let him
Let
fight.
Marcos try to figure it out because clearly Marcos he's in a bad position right there, but he was still moving and trying to defend.
No, yeah, he missed weight by 30 pounds. He was supposed to be at 55.
What a round.
160, and then
That was a great submission
like the day
attempt
before
too by
something,
Taj
it was
McDonald. Like,
oh yeah,
he
this is at 165. I'm like,
obviously
I've been
is
for
really, really
160.
experienced in
And then
his
he pulls
grappling
up. I'm
and
like,
knows
you're
what
gonna
he's
make
doing.
weight,
His
right? He's
wrestling
like, yeah.
looks great. His
And he
takedowns
pops in at
awesome.
183.
That outside leg trip that he had over here up against the wall was beautiful. And then not afraid to try and do those submission attempts from up top. I haven't seen too many people try to attempt a head and arm triangle from top position like that.
It's just you. Oh yeah, I saw him the day before. I was like, you're gonna make weight. He's like, yeah. He weighed in at 183 pounds. I'm like, yep, you sure made weight. Is that it? Oh, he gave it up?
Yeah. I'm glad that, I'm honestly glad that we didn't hear one boo. If you heard on the broadcast, you heard a bunch of people clapping.
Yeah.
And here's the deal, man.
Yeah.
First of all, if you've never fought, then shut up.
Right,
Because
absolutely.
you don't know how it feels
It's
to
the
be
most
in
tiring
that guy's
thing you've
position
ever
right now.
done is
What a
mixed
fuck,
martial
yeah,
arts.
you
But second of all,
retired.
this guy's in an amateur MMA belt
Yep.
right now.
Yeah.
This is to learn.
He quit on the
all
stool,
holes in your
basically.
game.
It's
He
TKO.
doesn't feel like he's going to be able to be competitive. He feels like he might be in a danger of himself, and it's not going to go through with the victory. There's no shame in saying that, hey, I don't think that we should continue. I think that we should stop the bout. These are the times that you learn those things, you grow from them, and you're able to move forward and better yourself and become pro, where ultimately that doesn't happen, right?
Yeah.
We don't stop in between rounds and decide that we don't want to fight anymore.
Yeah.
But you have to have these moments in your career so that way you have the opportunity to overcome them.
Yeah, and I mean, and if you think that you're going to be in trouble or take unnecessary damage, why do that in an amateur fight? Save that for a professional where you're actually getting paid,
Absolutely. I was just glad I've been in plenty of fights.
How'd you guys all have that one
where
judged?
amateur fighters quit after a round and you have people doing it. It's like,
Yeah.
happy
Did the other one have the other one?
never
or
have
he
high
does?
So
He was just asking me.
you know what I mean? Like
Pre-diabetic.
yeah, so you should probably shut up about the dude that's a six-pack.
Oh, I
He
know.
decided he doesn't want to fight anymore after a round of fighting.
Yeah.
So I was
Yeah,
glad
no,
you still
I mean, he was still.
No, I thought it was
Yeah,
actually, there was enough offense.
The biggest thing
Yeah,
is the
yeah,
mental
I would still say
aspect.
a
Most people
10-9
are
for
too
sure.
scared. They beat themselves before they even get in the cage. So for people to just be able to train day in, day out and even get in there is commendable.
Yeah, it
Good
was
job,
a great fight,
Marcos.
yeah. Robert.
But yeah, still, I mean, both
Marco's
of them.
standing here with his coach Pablo here, right by the broadcast booth here, and he's telling him he's feeling something click in the back of his jaw, and he didn't want to continue into the second round and potentially break his jaw. Great idea.
Yeah.
It really.
If you
great
recognize it, your body's
decision.
telling you no, then don't.
This is an amateur fight. You're not getting paid. No reason to go out and get your jaw broken.
No,
And
not at
really, to fans that supported your decision. So that
Oh,
it
yeah.
wasn't like you needed to go do that to prove anything to anybody. They just
No.
saw you fight. They saw you fight with a warrior heart, a warrior spirit. And if you're too injured to continue in an amateur bout, battle out, come back, fight another day,
Yeah.
and learn from it.
I mean, you could see the output that he was putting in. He was giving it his all. It's not like he just.
Well, he came
you
to
know,
fight.
Yeah, he came to fight.
100%.
Yeah.
He wasn't looking for a way out of that fight ever at any point. But if you go back to the second round and you're an amateur fighter with a few records or a few fights on your record, and your jaw is now clicking, odds are you should probably just end it for the night. That way you
yeah.
go back and fight again.
And when it comes to anything like around your brain, anywhere like that, like that's like, yeah, scary stuff. So
Absolutely. Good job, Marcos. Hats off to you, buddy. That was a good decision.
yeah, he always brings it in the fight, so it's very, very commendable. Now that that fight's over, we're skipping all the way up to welterweight, which is a 170 bout between Sebastian Pringley and Joshua Mole. Sebastian's looking awesome in his last few fights. I'm sure that you probably reffed him over in the King of the Cage.
I have. I've repped him. I've sparred him. I've
done it all.
Yeah, I've been around Sebastian since he was pretty much born.
Yeah, he's been doing awesome, and his camp does a good job. He's got a good team around him, and obviously working with his dad. And his dad doesn't seem to, you know, for him being his son, he doesn't baby him or anything.
No, he gets the opposite.
Yeah, he gets the opposite. So
Yeah.
it's like, and I think that only does him good, you know, because it gives him the realization of what it's really going to be like instead of it being padded, like some other people might be if their dad was coaching him or something, you know.
And he actually doesn't fight like his dad at all. He fights quite a bit different than his dad. A lot of times you see that leak over when you have brothers or, you know,
they
a dad and a
tend to
son.
fight
they
the exact
fight
same
like
way.
Exactly the same way. And I'm not saying that Trevor's fighting style is boring. However, that's my preface to the comment that back in the day, part of the reason that Trevor was struggling is because he was a wrestler that wasn't super exciting, and then he got into Bodog fights and started starching people.
Yeah.
And that's when his career really took off and was able to get into Strike Force and start starching people.
Yeah.
And Sebastian has taken quite a bit different of an approach. Sebastian didn't have the same wrestling upbringing. He still wrestled. He still wrestled in the state championship, so on and so forth. But he wasn't a college level wrestler who had scholarships to wrestle, you know, through a university.
Right.
He just wrestled because that's what his dad did. But
Yeah.
he's been raised, kind of like alluding to what you were talking about earlier, he's been raised as an MMA fighter.
Right.
He wasn't a wrestler who started fighting in MMA.
Right, yeah.
He's
Where
an
his
MMA
whole
fighter
career,
who wrestled also.
His peak of any kind of combat sport wasn't in wrestling, so.
Correct.
Right.
Looks like we're going to take about a 15-minute intermission. They've got a little bit of cordage showing over here on the side of the cage, and fighter safety is paramount. It takes precedence over anything else. And so head official Randy Silva just came over and grabbed the promoter, and they're going to be adjusting the canvas on the cage. So give us about 15 minutes, and we'll be back with you guys here and get it going with some more fights.
See the strings? The canvas opens this way. Now that they're exposed, Randy wants us to take care of it. So we got to loosen these up so that way we can take the pictures. Yeah, it's going to be a mess.
score in the building. High school is the BKFC World Championship. Brandon Bell, speaking of you, he fought at WWF in the BKFC. He won fight of the night, an absolute banger. Both guys are in the area. Brandon Bell comes from Kentucky. They're staying in the pro area. Give us some thoughts about that fight. Anybody watch that very level? The first guy to walk out without gloves in Philadelphia, and one title in the area.
How you guys doing? Kind of like a nice final night. Unfortunately, we didn't get the victory that night. But we'll be back after a facing, has some facial fractures, had a broken hand right now. So we'll look to return in June. The mission's still the same, you know. I want to get that championship. So. Nice man, coach. And we'll find out when I fight next.
So make sure you guys pull out your phones right now and follow Brandon Bell on social media and keep up with him when he's doing BKFC. I'm going to turn the microphone around to the BKFC Featherweight World Champion. New to the area, you guys got to follow him on all social media. Let's Kai Stewart.
Just came out here. I want to support the DL training systems. Coach Dill Leonard. That's why I came out here. We're training hard. July, April 5th, live on the zone. Tune in. It's going to be one hell of a banger.
The two very young guys from this area making it happen in BKFC. We're glad to have them here at TFL 1. You guys ready to get back on the way with more MMA action? Now making his way to TFL cage, Josh Mall.
We're starting the last little half of Total Fight League's first Pro-Am fight. We started out having the second intermission. Originally, we were going to have Sebastian Crankley and Joshua Mall on the end of the last section before the intermission, but we decided to put those with all the other fights because this last half of some of these fighters, these are our most seasoned veterans, the ones that have had the most experience, the ones that have fought on a lot of different fight cards, not just locally, but on a big stage and different parts of the nation. So that's kind of how the order of the fights are going to go. So, but Joshua Mole, I don't know a whole lot about him, but Sebastian is going to be fighting him, and it's going to be an exciting fight. And I'm not sure how Joshua decided to get ready for this fight. I'm not sure what he's done to prepare. But hopefully he's done some extensive training because Sebastian has been on a roll as far as his last few fights. I know that he's fought for KOTC and been pretty successful on that fight card. He's fought and trained, he's trained and gotten ready at Warrior Camp. I've seen him a few times. I've even sparred with him myself a little bit, so I know that he's doing a really good job as far as preparing himself and getting ready and having his team get him ready. So that's going to be exciting to see that matchup. Sebastian's a super humble dude, you know. I've talked to him a little bit before fights. Seen him fight over at the Coeur d'Alene Casino as well, and this is just right down the road from there. And super humble guy, really nice guy to talk to, very experienced. As we were talking earlier, we were saying his dad fought in the UFC and has over 60 fights at least. And his dad actually has been doing on a roll in the jiu-jitsu scene. I think he just was down at IWJF not too long ago. And I watched a couple of his matches, and I don't think he lost any matches at all. He's been getting first place left and right. So his dad's still a stud in the BJJ scene.
Yeah, he won IWJF.
Yeah. So he's doing an excellent job there, doing what he can. And, like we said, his dad doesn't baby his son. If anything, he expects more and puts it on him more than other people, just because that's what's going to do him good, especially in the sport of MMA. It's not a sport to be coddled in.
Across the gate, fighting out of the red corner. His next martial artist, standing 5'11", weighing 171 pounds tonight. He's making his amateur debut. Training independently and fighting out of Spokane, Washington, Josh Hall. Referee Randy Silva.
In the blue gloves. Roll in the red. Ooh. Nice little overhand left. Man. I hate to say it, but I've seen that coming. Like, was it going to last long? Just for how much Sebastian's been getting ready and experienced fighter he is. Joshua, commended for getting in the cage and taking on this bout, but definitely wasn't on the caliber of his opponent. Yeah.
Cut man, Cater Brown, former United States combat vet.
Yeah. Does a good job getting his fighters fixed up, and been a good aspect of Proving Grounds MMA. Been around for a while now. He's on the scene of Total Fight League, and happy to have him. Great performance by Trevor Sebastian, his son, and exciting to see where he goes from here.
Yeah, it all just depends on if he can get fights. A lot of times when your dad is, or your brother, or you know what I mean, somebody in your family is super notable, a lot of people don't want to fight you because of them. Sebastian's had that problem at points in time.
Yep, it happens. Another one down pretty fast, so the next one's on deck, getting ready to go. Me personally, I'm really excited for this fight. You know, one of the three brothers, or I don't know if there's four. I think there's three that actually fight, but well, all of them are just killers, and they all probably beat each other up all the time to get ready for their own fights and stuff like that.
I think they're still coming too. I don't even know that we've seen the last of them.
Right.
I think they just multiply.
Every time I was like, I used to only think there was two of them, and then there's three, and I'm like, wait, is there four of them? I'm not sure. But,
well, we got
they're a fighting
Cameron,
family.
that's the oldest brother. Then Owen. Then Colby. Then Mason.
Oh yeah.
So there's four for sure.
There's four, yeah.
There might be
another one
in the works.
Yeah, maybe he's just not on the scene quite yet. But that's just crazy. Like all of them are just fighters, which is awesome. But you know, being in that house and cutting weight.
I wouldn't want to be the youngest one.
I know. But you know you're going to turn out to be tough. Hopefully.
Yeah.
It's a sink or swim situation. But you know, Owen loves to fight. He's always active, win or lose. I've seen him I've seen him come up short a few times. He's right back at it. Gets right back in the cage right after that. Works on what he needs to correct those mistakes. So he's not afraid of failure. which is awesome because that can trip people up sometimes, especially when it's, you know, a knockout or something like that, where it's kind of, you can lose your confidence real quick sometimes and not come back. But he keeps on coming back every time when you lose.
I'm excited to see our first pro bout of the evening.
Yeah. Jose, he's fought on Combate Global and fought, you know, that promotion, you never know who you're going to get because it's all Latino show, and it's usually, you know, you're fighting somebody from a whole nother country across the way, and so I think he came up short a few times on Combate Global, but just a dog in there, you know, just fighting until the end, and he's a tough fighter himself, but he's been matched up with some really tough fights, and so I think he's, you know, looking to get a win, which was just, you know, unfortunately successful his last couple times, so it'll be exciting to see tonight.
Now taking his way to the TFL cage, all the way around the net.
Jose was, if I'm not mistaken, undefeated as an amateur, wasn't he?
He had quite a few amateur fights. He had a good record. I don't think he was undefeated, but it was like something like 7-2 or something like that. Like I said, he's had a tough go at pro, but it's not too late for him. He can still come back from that, and I think he's learned a lot from those. So yeah, he'll be fine as long as he can keep his mental state, you know, positive and not get too discouraged. I think he can come back from it. You know, maybe take some fights closer to home or something like that. But yeah, I mean, he's not getting any easy fights by any means, so.
His opponent making his way to the cage, Jose Valeri.
Owens in for the cage, in the blue corner, looking pretty relaxed.
What the flag is on the crowd.
Yeah.
He's got quite a few fans here.
Yeah, Jose, he's really tight. His family's from Uruguay, which is in South America. Went to Paris for a little while. Said he was getting in lots of fights in Paris, so he ended up switching over to Chini. He graduated from Chini High School. So that's kind of where his family has resided in the last few years, but he's all about family. He doesn't have a nutritionist that helps him out with anything. He says his mom's the one that helps cook for him, and he's kind of been doing his own thing, eating a lot of proteins, eggs, fish, staying away from sodium so he can drop that weight. And I talked to him a little bit about, you know, the nutrition and what he's, you know, water loading and stuff like that during his fight camps. You know, in his culture, you know, family sticking with each other and helping each other out is huge, and I think it's great. And it's good to see him back in because I know he's been gone away. He took some time off, you know, kind of get things situated and everything. Another cool aspect about him is he's got a disabled sister that he's a caregiver for, so he takes care of her, and I think that's really commendable.
You got some old school warrior campers.
Yeah. I had him one time at King of the Cage, and that was awesome. I had a good time.
Specialist stand 6'1", weighing in 150 pounds, he holds a professional record, 2 wins, 2 defeats. Just 2 of those wins coming live in submission. Representing Trevor Bradley's a.k.a. Fighting out of Kingston, Idaho, Owen the Steel Rider.
Robinette having lots of support here as well, being a native of Idaho.
50 pounds. He holds 3 fights as a professional, representing Warrior King, fighting out of
Fighter to the center, fighter to the center. Whoever rolls in the back, touch them up. Let's have some fun, boys. Fighter, you ready? Fighter, you ready?
Jose talked a lot about trying to defend takedowns because he knows that. Great 1-2 right there. Comes from a Muay Thai background. Really been working on Raffle. It's definitely on there, whatever he's going to go for it.
Elbow down. Get that elbow down. Forward pressure, bring your hips to your elbow.
Yeah. It's the first time I've ever really seen anybody in a while.
Reach over the top of Owen's head and start landing elbows.
Yeah. Yeah. Ways out of it.
Seems to be aware of the armbar that can come.
Ready to score. Score.
Yeah, right here. Try to power around it, but also be aware of what's going on. Or watch Kimura or many other options on that other side. Doing a good job picking his shots. Like to see him posture up a little bit more and throw those strikes from the top position. Doesn't want to get too comfortable being right there, so Robinette has different submission attempts that he can attempt down there.
Jay finding the legs here, looking to work his way up the cage, it looks like. Yep.
Yeah, Robinette seems like he's wanting to scoot back and kind of use the cage to his leverage.
Rotate.
Jose's really got to watch with this armbar about to come that he's attempting to be heavy. He doesn't want to get sweet. Nice little short elbows right there. That's good. He's utilizing those. Like to see him do that more. Another attempt. Yeah, Jose's a really strong, tough guy. Like, he's no pushover. So if he can, watch the submission attempts and stay out of trouble and grappling, we have a really good chance.
I need 3 touches in a row. 3 touches in a row. Go.
Robinette, even though he's on bottom, he's really relaxed because he's
Make sure we're staying active on top.
It's not anything that he's scared of. It's a situation to be in. Jose's smart, staying on him. He attempted to take his back, and then he just kind of let him roll out of it so he could get back on top. It's smart.
Get your under up on the left side.
Jose doing a good job just staying heavy on top.
Good job, Jose. Stay patient. Posture up a bit.
Owen having a little bit of fun smiling at the camera. I like that. Not taking his job too seriously.
Now's where we can potentially see the new rule change that will affect.
Ready to short shots here.
Touch. Knee to the head.
Yeah.
The the 12 to 6 elbow.
I was just about to say they let them do that.
Activity on top, Red. Activity on top.
Apparently, it's not as devastating as they made it seem because why are they allowed to do that? It's not supposed to be a career-ending move.
No, the 12 to 6 is legal. You just got to put it in the spot. You can't strike.
Can't do it like in the back of the head.
Yep, can't strike the back of the head. Can't strike the spine. I've already reffed a couple bouts where guys put their hand up on the mount and they were really safe from getting knee in the face and got blasted right in the face with a knee. That's a trained behavior. That's not real.
That's not a real, yeah. And to me, it's like, you know, more power to you. But to me, I've never had that mentality because, like, if you're a true fighter, you don't think about things like that. You just do what's natural. Yeah. You don't think, oh, the ref's gonna save me. Like, I'm not counting on the ref to save me.
Absolutely not.
Break. You did great on activity, but just let's a little bit more, just a little bit more.
Here after the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, for Jose not being in the cage, he looked great in that first round. And, you know, I won that round, but he still looks composed.
Yeah, so far it looks all right. I was kind of kicking at it a little bit.
See if he can be successful in this next round.
Yeah, I think that takedown is
Yeah.
I mean,
I knew exactly why.
Considered a grappler, like he did.
Second to 8! Second to 8!
Both guys are excited to just get the second round going.
Fighter, you ready? Fighter, you ready?
Second round. Starting off with a little inside leg kick.
Don't wait!
Owen Robinette. Teep it. This is where Jose is usually pretty successful. Where he's comfortable is like Muay Thai. But he's got his back taken down, so he's definitely going to want to try to escape that. Gonna want to try to fight that hand. Oh wow, that was close. He almost got a rear naked choke, but he somehow got out of that. Yep.
Touch that body! Touch that body!
Say my mama's in the crowd. I cannot have that happen.
Oh, you gotta watch the Darce here.
Oh, and that's not where you want to
Jose's
be.
in big trouble here.
Big elbow!
Yeah, you don't want to be on that side right here. So he's got to try and tough it out right here. I was like, there. That's smart where he wants to be. If you're getting darts, you want to get back on top, not be on your side.
Posture, control, wrist, and punch.
It's really impressive how much he's came. Getting submitted in recent fights. If he can keep this up and not get caught, he'll be all right.
Quick touches, quick touches. Quick touches, Jose. I want more activity, Top, more activity. Hey, guards open!
Oh, wow. He was smart, man. Went right back into it, man. Yeah. What he needed to do was pass his legs and get into the side.
Okay.
And that's it, you know, even though he was in trouble a lot, he still stayed calm and collected and still was throwing out different submissions, and he finally got successful and got it. biggest thing
Good
was
grappling, good control, brother.
he got out of that first one. That second one, he needed to pass the legs and get into side control. But he got a little bit too excited and decided to stay in that guard, which wasn't going to help him.
Got a little cut on the back of your head or something, or what?
From my last fight.
Oh.
But I'd love to see him come back.
I've been scratched a lot by this cage.
He's working on his grappling.
Yeah, the caveat to that, right?
Yeah, triangle.
Winner of red since he
Yeah, red. Blue corner. Yeah, not red corner. Triangle. Yeah.
Solid.
He is.
Jiu-jitsu.
He is.
I mean, that's not, he didn't just get subbed by some guy, he just learned something off of it.
No.
He's tapped out.
Yeah, he got that.
He's been competing a lot since even the last time that Jose fought.
Fighters to the center! Fighters to the center!
It's going to be quite hard to catch up to someone with that caliber of fights and experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee marching orders don't start to stop the fight. 2 minutes, 25 seconds in the second round. Your winner by tap out.
And I know that, you know,
Owens,
he was looking great. Mistake, but, you know, it was just a mistake that he made. That's it.
Damn! Breaks his hand. Good job.
Well, that was a banger to get our first pro fight of the night started.
Absolutely.
Here with the winner, Owen Robinette and
And now we have the second De La Rosa brother.
capitalize with that triangle there to get the win. Now improving the record to 3-2. It's got to feel good now on the winning record side. How you feeling right now?
Very good, man. That was my first triangle. Never in the case. All the credit for the guys that are trying to really make hands. They're just this year.
What's next for you?
Anything. I'm always looking for the next. Sign me up next weekend. I'm ready.
All right, with that, all put your hands together for Owen Robinette.
And great sportsmanship and attitude by Owen Robinette. You heard him. He would fight next week if he stays active.
Any promoters out there that are throwing a show and want to see an exciting fighter, Owen just said he's available.
Again, very exciting to see CFL be born, giving fighters, especially professionals, more options around the Pacific Northwest, particularly Eastern Washington and North Idaho. So, very exciting stuff. We only have 3 more fights left, but Elias is up. Jason Powers at the welterweight match. Again, heavy wrestler. Jason, I believe that he is a grappler as well, but not sure about the wrestling background.
He's a karate guy.
Karate guy. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. He's out of Southern California.
Oh, okay. So he's gonna give that
He throws flashy kicks.
sideways stance.
Yep.
Wonder Boy looking stance.
He goes back and forth between that and just like a kind of standard stance, but yeah, he definitely throws those jumping side kicks, spinning back kicks.
Yeah, I was watching the UFC event against that one guy that has like kind of messed up eye or whatever, and he was undefeated 15-0 and lost against MVP. And MVP has kind of that style where he likes to bounce, and he's got that like karate sideways and throws those side kicks. And like it always seems like it's like 50-50 whether that works or not. But you know, it's still an exciting style of fighting to me because they're always throwing like flashy kicks, and they might eat some punches, but they stay like being wild, and I love it.
Yeah, that double spinning back fist that Shavkat Rakhmonov drew in not his last fight because he lost it, but the fight before that was insane. I can't believe I've never thought about that. I throw spinning back fists all the time. On our main event, Josh Reddinghouse, when I fought him, I hit him with a spinning back fist. I love throwing spinning back fists.
Yeah.
But I've never thought about throwing it and then just coming right back around and throwing the other hand in a spinning
I
back
know.
fist. I couldn't see
It looks so
I
cool,
was like,
too.
that's the coolest shit
Ever.
stuff. Sorry, kids out there. That's the coolest stuff ever.
It is. I know. When I first saw spinning back fist, I would see people throw that, but I've always seen people follow it up with the next one, and it's pretty exciting to watch.
Yeah, I usually always followed it up with a right hand, and then with the right hand was kind of a feint, right? It wasn't really even counted for anything because I was throwing right high kick behind that right hand.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you reffed any of his fights before?
Jason?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, ref fighting.
He looks like he's had lots of experience in fights. So I'm excited to watch his fight, watch his work he's been putting into the gym.
Yeah, he's the king of the cage, bet. Jason's had just a stud wrestler. This is kind of old school. It's kind of a little bit of conflict in styles, right? Contrast. They got the grappler versus the striker.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised to see
Yeah, he's been. I've seen him do it plenty in his previous fights. He's not scared to, show his other accolades of fighting that he has. Yeah, he was striking a lot his last fight that he had. That would be a good matchup.
Not here tonight.
Yeah, or a different one.
Yeah, for King of the Cage, it's going to be Elias versus Sebastian, but Elias is going to go pro, and Sebastian still hammy. A couple more fights.
I was going to say, I think it would be long before he goes pro.
A couple more fights.
First, fighting out of the blue corner. He's Kempo karate style fighter, stands 5'9". He weighed in 168 pounds. He holds 3 fights as a professional
He's so
veteran.
disciplined with everything.
Karate Academy. Fighting out of
Great physique and great work ethic. So he's a tough matchup for anybody.
That's how he
Yeah.
His opponent across the TFL cage, fighting out of the red corner. The wrestler standing 5'7". He weighed in 170 pounds. With professional record, 1 win, 0 defeats. That win coming by way of submission. Representing Warrior Camp and fighting out of Post Falls, Idaho.
Yep.
All right, guys, we're on the rules. Text yourself at all times. Respect my commands at all times. Touch those now if you want. Turn the corner to the fight.
Just like his brother, he's got his family in his corner.
Blue corner, you ready?
Supporting him.
Red corner, you ready? Let's fight!
Just as expected. Jason comes out, kicks right away.
That was a cool kick, though. Was that axe kick?
Oh,
We're done.
Yeah, I think he could have took more.
I feel like at the pro level, you gotta let him fight out of that.
Yeah. He's had a lot of experience, too. like to see him go a little longer than that.
Yeah, I would like to see Jason get a chance to work out of that. Not saying that it wouldn't have changed, right?
Yeah.
Not saying that life
He was up against a tough opponent, but you know, like you said, he's been in fights before.
Yeah, this isn't his first rodeo.
Great sportsmanship by both, so that's great.
Jason's a little bit bummed about the decision, but he's not the type of dude who really ever
dwell on it or
yeah,
nothing.
and also not like blame his opponent.
Right, yeah.
His opponent didn't stop the fight. He just went out there and did his job.
Right, yeah. No, he's
TKO. Oh yeah. TKO or knockout? TKO. Huh? We're good. No.
all right. Going just as fast. And then Elias's training partner and teammate, Michael Sears up next.
All right, headed to our co-main event of the evening.
Towards this one.
He's a pretty solid.
Ryan ran out faster than he ran in.
Man, Eric Boat, he has a crazy record of 15-33 with no contest. So he's, you know, despite having a losing record, he has a lot of fights. He fights out of the Midwest, so, you know, over there they have a pretty crazy wrestling background, so I'm not sure if he's, you know, came from a wrestling background or wrestling high school or whatnot, but he's had a lot of fights, a lot of MMA fights, so.
A lot of experience.
Yeah. And he was also ranked as number 2 in North America's sub-regions. So, you know, he's no pushover. He's probably just taken a lot of fights, a lot of tough fights, maybe not fights that he shouldn't have taken at some point but didn't care.
Kind of sounds that's bringing us back to our earlier
I mean, yeah, he's
what was year of his first fight?
2009.
Yeah.
So
probably that exact same.
He was fighting when you were fighting.
Yeah, exact same thought process. So fight the toughest kids that you can find. That'll move you up
Yeah, I think his earlier amateur years he went 1 and 2, but they were all in 2008. So actually, yeah. So he started in 2008 basically. Yeah, making another walk to the cage. Still in there competing after all these fights. He's fighting at 155, but he's fought in featherweight a lot, and he's fought in several different weight classes as well. So
Michael also fights featherweight.
So they're both fighting up a weight.
Want to cut weight?
Yeah, yeah.
Can't say I blame him.
I know.
Anybody who's ever cut weight doesn't blame them.
Yeah, my most recent MMA fight, I did that. I was cutting to 35, and I got to about 140, and my opponent called because apparently they were sick. I said, "Do you just want to do it at a catch weight?" And I was like, "Yeah, that sounds fine."
140 sounds perfect
yeah.
to me. Did have one where I was contracted at 135, showed up, my opponent had a contract for 145.
Yeah.
I cut 12 pounds to get to 135 and showed
And then-
up, and they had cut to make 145.
Dude, that type of shit pisses me off though.
Oh, don't you worry. I got ready for that.
Yeah,
I was
good.
like, oh, you want me to still fight him? Yeah.
Yeah, you ultimately have the decision.
I had to add a zero
But
to something over
it's
here.
not like you're going to say no and not fight after
No,
doing all that
no,
work. Yeah,
They
that's
had
the
to
good
pay
part
me for
about it.
cutting weight.
Yeah,
I'd rather fight than cut weight.
yeah, absolutely.
If I
That's
could
always
cut
the
weight
battle.
no times and fight 2 times, sign me up.
Yeah. But Mikey's had some great highlights. Really known for doing the twister.
Last two fights.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
His last 2 opponents by twister.
Yeah, and I think one of them he attempted. I don't know if it ended in twister, but it was so deep, and then I think the guy like rolled over, and then he was burning.
He also was on, I can't remember if it was CJJ or if it was regular EBI, and he finished the guy to a baby twister on there.
Yeah, I can't remember what one that was either.
Those were like,
Brody, are you ready?
on the air, going to a jiu-jitsu class.
Yeah.
Fighting out of the blue corner.
Jiu-jitsu
This fresh out
promotions.
striker is 5'6", weighing in 145.5 pounds. He is a veteran of 48 professional bouts, including 6 wins by way of knockout and 6 by way of submission. Representing 5-star MMA, fighting out of Lapeer, Iowa, Eric, let's go, Vo! His opponent comes from
Did they say where he fights out of?
is a jiu-jitsu specialist standing 5'10", weighing 146 pounds. With professional record,
I know he's not originally from the
1
Northwest,
defeat,
so I wasn't
1
sure if he was
by
training.
way of knockout and 6 by way of
somewhere in the
submission.
Midwest.
Representing Warrior Camp and fighting out of Spokane Valley, Washington.
Over the instructions in the back. Do you have any questions for me? No. Do you have any questions for me? All right. Touch gloves. Finish it.
Let's go, Mike.
Good. Good. Fighter, you ready? Fighter, you ready? Fight!
Both guys just feel out the pocket. Find their range. Yeah, just trying to get off to a quick start here. Michael with double arms, got pressed against the cage.
Tight hips.
Bring him to the ground here. He decides he wants to plant head control on the
He
inside.
already does the Mike right.
Takedown. That's beautiful.
I go back and forth between that one and the leg to the inside.
Yeah.
Straight past the guard here.
We can start swimming darts.
You're just kind of just being patient and waiting to have him where he wants him.
Tight knees. Tight knees right now.
Keep him out. Keep him out. Keep him out.
Rotation.
It looked scary at first, and then he's like, yeah, try an armbar.
Faded.
Oh, yeah. This pressure looks like it's not coming.
Keep the toes out. Keep the toes out.
There is a short, sneaky little armbar from this spot right here. Back to the south.
And then he's going for one. Decide to risk it.
Now he's got the armbar. This is real.
Great performance by Mike this year, man. He's got to be getting called up to the UFC soon. I tried to kind of get some information out of him when I was interviewing him, and he said, I'm not really sure, but I think that he's very close. So I really hope that.
I felt the armbar. I was like,
Solid practitioner.
He's good too, but I felt like
Got one there. I think you got one there.
Congratulations.
That's clear.
Big fight with a 48-fight professional veteran. Give us your thoughts on the fight.
Thank you for coming out. Thank you so much. I mean, I fought all over the country. Now finally, get to come back and actually be in front of my family and friends.
As a professional man, you got a lot of career choices to make. What's next for you?
We want the UFC. That's all I want. We'll see what they have to say about that. We'll see.
All right, Shelby, if you're listening there, let's go, man.
Hey, one more thing, everybody. I know we got one more fight, but if some of my fans want to stick around, I'd love to take a big, huge group picture with you guys.
Josh back over here, also with his helper, Willow. We're going to draw for the 50-50 raffle. You guys got the raffle tickets up? Josh was just telling me that we raised about $200, so the winner's going to go home with about a cool $100 bill. Okay, the number is 111-2887. I doubt it. Bring that card up here. Let's see it. 111-2887. We got a winner. Drinks are on him at the casino.
All right, we got that.
We got a winner.
We got a winner.
We got a winner. Put your tickets away. Hey guys, we got one final deal. Before you leave, find a trash can, throw your stuff away so that it makes it easier for these people to clean up here tonight, all right? Appreciate that.
You guys ready to go?
All right, who's ready for the main event of the evening? Solomon Jones.
Mark.
Solomon Jones making his way to the cage.
Man, he's a freaking soldier for taking this fight.
Old school MMA guy. This guy was around in my era.
Yeah.
Fought on Cage before back in the day. He's fought on King of the Cage. Old school.
His brother Abe in this corner, who runs his own MMA gym himself. Both been training with each other and supporting each other over the years. I remember when I first started over at Sig Jitsu, those guys were training over there. I haven't really seen Solomon in many, many years, but you know.
Yeah, I don't think he's even fought since like 2014, so I'm curious to see, what he's been doing in his off time. And I'm like Dominic Cruz to an extent, right? Like I don't necessarily really give it ring rust, but what were you doing the time that you were off? Because that's what's going to dictate quote unquote ring rust.
Well, I did talk to Abe a little bit before. He was kind of just chatting with me a little bit before we had to part ways, but he did say that he's been training, and I don't know if it's been this whole 10 years, because it's been 10 years at least. It could have been even 15 years. But I do know that he's been training for a little while now, so it's not like he's been completely inactive all the way up to this fight. But like you said, it doesn't necessarily translate into the cage, so we'll see. And Josh is not a light person to take it against the coming back, so yeah.
Josh has been an awesome fight for anybody. I've fought Josh, he's a former opponent of mine. I was able to get out, luckily, with the win, right? But it wasn't like I just walked over him.
No.
He's a formidable opponent.
Well, and he's been really successful in his last few fights, and he's one of those guys that, like, he doesn't seem like he trains super hard either. Like, he kind of just comes in, he trains, but he comes in and he's never smart. He trains smart, and he doesn't, like, exert himself, and he doesn't, like, overtrain either. It's not like he's going in there killing himself 3 times a day. Now, granted, I don't see everything he does, but he's just one of those guys that just looks good no matter what in the cage, and I envy that.
But I do know that he's been hitting his strength and conditioning hard with DL, DL training systems. And Dylan has been
getting him ready.
Been making a huge difference in the.
I mean, him and Brady are both.
He's carrying a lot more muscle.
Oh yeah, he looks really in shape for this. Yeah, back in the Ultimate Fighter, when he went on to the Ultimate Fighter, I personally thought he edged out Brady Heisen.
Yeah, I thought he did.
Yeah, and both.
Not taking anything away from
They're both incredible fighters. I thought he was the more aggressive. Yeah, I thought he was the most aggressive fighter. I thought he edged him out a little bit.
He is a 7th professional fight veteran representing Jiu-Jitsu, fighting out of Spokane, Washington, Solomon, the Devil Dog Jones. Across the TFL cage, fighting out of the red corners are freestyle fighters, 85'6", weighing 146 pounds. Field professional fight record, 19 wins, 5 defeats, and 6 wins coming by way of knockout and 10 by way of submission. Representing Warrior Camp, fighting out of Post Falls, Idaho.
All right, you ready? Ready.
Starting out, taking his time, looking relaxed.
Solomon needs to get that left hand up.
Definitely.
Sorry, right hand.
He's got both of them.
Yeah, both.
He had the left hand up for a little bit. Yeah. He didn't like that.
No, smart game plan too. If he's been off a while, it looks like his skills are still there. Looks like Solomon's doing just fine in there against a solid competitor. Eat him.
Josh is just so much stronger. Like you said, like he's probably gained a lot of like explosiveness and strength, and working with DL, and Solomon felt that for sure. So
like I said, everybody has power.
no,
Josh has power.
no, that's actually, I think he had 2 of them over there that I was talking to, and I talked to him for a little bit. I asked him about his karate, if he still has karate school, and he said they've been doing everything, karate, jiu-jitsu, striking, all that.
His wife owns a building halfway.
Cool. Yeah. And she's been also competing in BJJ as well, so wanted to get on submission series, but hasn't been able to get on yet. But we'll see if he gets a match. But back to these 2 fighters. It's great to see Solomon back, and hopefully, you know, he rests up and isn't hurt too bad. And we'll see where Josh goes after this. But awesome night of fights. Wrapping it up. Yeah, absolutely. Good luck down there in ADCC, and we will see everybody at the next show.
You guys take care. Congratulations on the win. Anything to say out here tonight?
Yeah, man, I just want to thank everybody for coming out and supporting the show. Everybody get home safe. Thank you all for tonight's support. Love your wife, my friends over here sitting in the front row. Means a lot. Just have support out here. And we can't do it without the fans, so we appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, it's got more time. We're going to bring with Josh Rittenhouse. That's going to do it for us. Thank you guys very much for coming out here for our very first Total Fight League fight. Much more to come. Make sure you guys follow Total Fight League on social media, along with Breeding Grounds MMA. We appreciate you guys. Follow where you can. On social media as well. We'll have another fight coming up. So make sure you guys tune in and find out when. Thank you very much. Come out and drive safe.